Arden Show. Starring Eve Arden. Co-starring Alan Jocelyn. From Lieber House in New York City comes the greatest skincare discovery of our time. Its name is Dove. This amazing new bath and toilet bar is actually 1/4 cleansing cream. Every bar of new Dove is 1/4 cleansing cream. Ordinary soap dries your skin, but Dove creams your skin while you wash.
Make this simple test. Wash 1/2 of your face with soap, any soap. Rinse thoroughly, and then notice how dry your skin feels after using soap. Now wash the other half of your face with amazing new Dove. No after feeling of dryness now. Your skin has a velvety, just creamed feeling.
That's because Dove creams your skin while you wash. Lever Brothers guarantees that Dove is better for your skin than any soap or your money back. Dove creams your skin while you wash.
Mother, what are you doing? Going in competition with the city dump?
We said to gather up all the junk we could find. The PTA is giving a white elephant sale for the school library fund.
Oh.
Oh, old books. They'll be good.
Oh, no, dear, not those. I just brought those from the public library. I'm going to try to write a novel on Paris in 1812. Boy, did they have problems.
Liza, we have problems right here. You haven't had much time for the twins lately.
I just got back from a lecture tour, Mother. Oh, you're not giving away my good gabardine suit. Oh, I love that suit. And it's got lots of gabardine.
Well, I thought it made you look a little hippie, dear.
Hippie. Well, the library fund is a good cause. Oh, my hockey stick. I hit the winning goal for Wellesley. What if the old team decided to get together again?
I'll bet on the opposition.
And a practically brand new bird cage. Now, what if we wanted to give some deserving bird a home?
Now, Liza, you have to give up something. The sale is very important to the twins.
Hi, girl.
Is this all we're giving? Nothing but junk. Mrs. Kenyon is giving 6 new toasters. Papa! Mr. Kenyon makes them. Brand new.
Who is Mrs. Kenyon?
Joyce Kenyon's mother.
And who is Joyce Kenyon?
Our friend.
You mean that plump little girl I see flashing through on her way to the icebox?
No, Mother. Might be Mrs. Kenyon. She's coming by to pick up our junk. She's very active in the PTA.
Hello, girls.
It's Mr. Howell.
Well, I usually get a bigger reception.
That's because you happen not to be Mrs. Kenyon.
I'm not even Mr. Kenyon. Who's Mrs. Kenyon?
Well, evidently a combination of Madame Curie, Lassie, and Lawrence Welk.
Not only that, she's secretary of the PTA. I'll go and get her some coffee.
Well, if the kids think Mrs. Kenyon is something, wait until they hear about their own mother.
Oh, good, George. I need a build-up. And no matter what you say, it'll be a build-up.
Did you ever hear of the Writer's Workshop at Columbia University?
That's like asking Joe DiMaggio if he's heard of Center Field. I still have the copy of the book that Hemingway autographed for me the time he lectured there. It's my most treasured possession.
Mrs. Kenyon has an LP album autographed by Elvis.
Well, I don't know if we'll be able to top that. But do you know who's lecturing next semester at the Writer's Workshop?
Faulkner, Steinbeck, Tennessee Williams. Mrs. Kenyon?
Liza Hammond.
Oh, George, you're kidding.
No, on the level. I'm doing my best to build you up as a big attraction on the lecture circuit. And besides, I never kid about 10% of a fee.
Well, did you hear that, girls?
Mrs. Kenyon made a talk to the whole school about throwing pop bottles out of the upper windows.
Was she for or against?
Your mother wrote a very good book.
We know. Gee, I'm hungry. What's in the icebox?
Well, how about some nice egg sandwiches and a couple of milkshakes?
No, thanks. We'll wait for Mrs. Kenyon. We're going to help her take this junk over to her apartment. She serves imported sardine sandwiches.
But you don't like sardines.
It's what she does with them. It's fabulous.
Fabulous.
Come on, Jenny, let's see what we can find for the sale. Okay, we'll have to do better than that for Mrs. Kenyon.
Whoa.
Well, I didn't realize it, but the twins seem to have adopted a new mother.
While you've been worrying about Paris in 1812, we have problems right here in New York this year.
Maybe I better get some imported sardines and ask Mrs. Kenyon what she does with them.
Why don't you serve domestic ones and appeal to the twins' patriotism?
Mrs. Kenyon, no doubt?
Suddenly, I'm not at home, and I'm not expected back.
No, Liza,
George,
you've got to go.
I can't.
Really, Liza, you'll have to face her sooner or later. Go ahead.
Oh, hello. I'm Mrs. Kenyon, Joyce's mother.
Oh, come in.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Mary and Jenny's mother, and this is my mother.
How do you do?
And this is nobody's mother. Mr. George Howell. I'm going to pick up the things if you'll excuse me.
How do you do?
How
I
do you do?
arrange lecture tours for Miss Hammond. I just dropped in to tell Liza that she's going to lecture at the Writers' Workshop at Columbia University, just like Hemingway.
Oh, yes. The girl said you were away a good deal. Must be a very interesting life. Of course, I devote most of my time to my home and daughter.
Yes, I heard you were the Grand Lama of the PTA.
Well, that must seem very dull to a writer and lecturer like yourself.
Dull? You want to trade?
Oh.
Jenny, Mary, Mrs. Kenyon is here.
Hi. Hello, girls. Well, we better get started. My goodness, you did clean out the attic for us, didn't you? Well, we'll have more white elephants than the King of Siam.
Can I help?
Oh, no, thank you. We'll manage. We're very hard workers, you know. The three of us cleaned up my whole house this morning.
You mean you got Mary and Jenny to do housework?
Why, yes.
I can't even get them to pick up the dresses they've piled on top of their dresses.
Oh, Mother. Mrs. Kenyon needs our help, so she'll have time for PTA work. She's very busy. You just sit around and write books and things.
Now, don't worry about the girls. I think they're just wonderful. I feel as though they were my own.
Maybe she uses hypnotism. Or slip something in their oatmeal.
I've got to do something about those girls fast. You think I could haul them up in court for mother desertion?
Beat her at her own game, hunting white elephants, or whatever she does.
Liza, that woman's married. She can give all her time to the PTA while her husband earns a living. You're a widow.
Yeah, I know. I have to earn a living for my family, but first I better make sure I have a family.
Well, what could you do at a white elephant sale?
I don't know. Whatever you do for white elephants, I'll try to do. Maybe I could capture the elephants. Water the elephants? Bleach the elephants?
Oh, what's the new teacher's name?
Mr. Turner.
Battle of Agincourt, 1415. Oh, that was a big battle. Germans and French. Germans won.
French.
No, dear, Germans. I distinctly remember the general's name was Hermann Schneider.
Hermann Schneider is our butcher. And the French won the Battle of Agincourt.
I'm sorry, the Battle of Agincourt was won by the English.
Oh, Mr. Turner?
Yes, I'm the history teacher.
Oh, I'm Liza Hammond. This is my mother, Mrs. Martin.
How do you do?
I believe my girls are in your class, Jenny and Mary.
Oh, yes. They thought the Battle of Agincourt was won by the Italians.
Well, I've come to offer my services for the white elephant sale.
Oh, I'm only the faculty advisor. You really should talk to Mrs. Kenyon. She's actually in charge.
Mrs. Kenyon? Oh. Well, I'll send her a message through some people I know who do her housework. Anyway, it's been very nice meeting you, Mr. Turner.
Oh, no, wait. Please don't go. She's just down the hall. I'll get her for you.
Oh, no, please don't bother.
Oh, it's quite all right.
Well, I'm glad I wore my new dress. Anyone who says that women dress for the men they love is crazy. They dress for the women they can't stand.
Well, it's a beautiful dress, dear.
Well, there's nothing like a French original to give a woman confidence, even if it is a copy.
Mrs. Martin.
Oh, yes, we've met.
And her daughter, Miss Hammond.
Oh,
Hello. Well, I guess there's nothing we can do except admire each other's taste.
oh, thank you, dear. But now that mine's a year old, I think I'll give it to the White Elephant sale.
I've come to volunteer my services for that White Elephant sale.
Oh, that's very sweet of you, Miss Hammond, but I don't think we could possibly use a writer.
Oh, I understood a mother was to be in charge of each homeroom.
Oh, well, those are the regular mothers. Well, Liza's a regular mother.
Mrs. Denning, who's been in charge of this room, has house guests. I know she'd like to get out.
I'd certainly like to help.
Well, I suppose you could.
I have an idea that might make some money. We could wrap up mystery packages and auction them off to the highest bidder.
Mystery packages?
Well, you know, boxes without labels. The buyer wouldn't know whether he was getting pure gold or old owl's feathers. That's the fun.
Miss Hammond, that sort of gamble might appeal to a writer, but I think we better stick to our usual methods.
Oh, of course.
We do have a contest among all the mothers to see who sells the most. The winner gets a plaque.
Oh, it's just a cheap little plaque, of course, but it's fun for the mothers. I've won it 2 years in a row.
I won a little plaque myself at girls' camp for making my bed 5 days running.
Yes, it must be wonderful to be a writer.
Well, I can see the competition is going to be keener this year.
Mm-hmm. But when it comes to her cubs, Liza's a tigress.
Oh, nonsense. You're both taking this too seriously. Mrs. Kenyon and I just want to raise money for the PTA. To the death. Well, we have everything for sale except a white elephant. Know anybody who needs a moose head?
I wouldn't need a moose head if I were a headless moose.
George, how'd you like an abalone shell ashtray? A gelatin mold in the shape of the SS Missouri?
Oh, boy, could you get me a dozen of them?
I'll try.
Tell me, how'd you like Mrs. Kenyon?
Mrs. Kenyon? Well, I disliked her at first, but now that I've come to know her, I can be more objective. I loathe her.
Liza, that doesn't sound like you. It sounds like me, but it didn't sound like you.
Well, you should have seen the way she acted. She didn't want me to be any part of it. I felt about as welcome as a case of Asiatic flu.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, girl. Say, I have a news flash for you.
Really?
I went to your school today, and I am
Mrs. Kenyon told us you're going to be in charge of our room.
That was a flash?
What else are you giving to the sale?
Well, some clothes and some kitchen utensils.
And what else?
Well, I have some costume jewelry I guess I could give.
And what else?
I'd like to suggest a couple of female children I know.
Mrs. Kenyon is giving another 6 brand new electric toasters. Pop-up.
Well, maybe we could give a nice set of fresh bread to match.
Mom, please don't tell jokes like that in front of our friends. They don't think you're funny. They just think you're goofy.
I just got to win that, George. Maybe I could give some copies of my new book and autograph them.
Well, she's given 6 new electric toasters.
Pop up. Well, I've got to do something. I wonder if Mother would mind if I gave her...
Her what?
Just her. Were you able to find something to interest you?
Do you have any book on business administration?
Well, no, but we do have some rather good, rather recent fiction.
Oh, I never read fiction. It's too fictitious.
Well, this is a book called Summer's End, which...
When I was a boy, I read H.G. Wells, but it made me so nervous I had to stop. Don't you have anything on business administration?
I'm sorry. Would you be interested in the nice moose with shiny eyes?
Oh, our landlord doesn't allow animals.
Hi, Mother.
Hi.
How much money have you raised?
Well, about $50, I think.
Mrs. Kenyon has $58.50.
Wait till I sell my good old gabardine suit. I'll pass Mrs. Kenyon like the tortoise passed the hare.
Oh, Mother.
Yeah, I never believed that story either. May I help you, sir? Oh, can I help you?
I'm just looking.
Oh, here is the skirt to that gabardine suit, and I believe it's just about your size.
My size, maybe, but it certainly isn't my taste. People do donate the darndest things, don't they?
I don't think it's so bad.
Oh, well, you are loyal to this sale, aren't you? Now, this is nice. But I suppose it's very expensive.
$4. But then that's Naval Observatory time.
I'll take it. It'll be just lovely on my mantle.
Well, now that I'm getting better acquainted with your taste, would you be interested in a nice moose head?
Oh, we already have one.
Pardon me, madam, but I'm in the market for, glockenspiel. I thought I'd learn to play one.
Oh, George, you don't have to buy that.
How can you beat Mrs. Kenyon with a sales pitch like that?
Well, what would you do with a glockenspiel?
Well, I thought I'd use it to grate carrots. I could make a salad and play Home Sweet Home at the same time.
No sale.
Well, you better do something. I was just spying on Mrs. Kenyon, and I saw her sell a $10 string of pearls.
This lovely glockenspiel will cost you exactly $10.
Here you are.
Thank you, sir.
She just sold another toaster.
Well, according to the latest Dow Jones averages, I am now down $19.50, and the market still has several hours till closing.
Oh, Miss Hammond, would you mind taking this chafing dish back?
Oh, I just sold that to a woman for $5.
Yes, I know. Mrs. Warren, she's a friend of mine. She asked me to return it.
Oh, well, I guess the library fund loses $5.
Oh, not at all. I just sold her a pop-up for 10.
This is beginning to look like Black Thursday.
Haven't you something you can push for a big score?
Well, I still have a lot of hope for the elephant's foot.
Look. Where in the world did you get an elephant's foot?
Well, somewhere in the world, there's a three-legged elephant.
Are you way ahead?
I'm ahead in the sale of glockenspiels.
Well, I've got $6 and I'm going to spend it right here.
$6, eh? Mother, have you ever secretly wanted an elephant's foot?
7 6, what for?
Umbrella stand.
Sounds indecent. I'll just browse.
Must be combat fatigue. Imagine trying to do a thing like that to my own mother.
Go to it, Liza. Let's see a little creative selling.
May I help you?
We're just looking.
Here's a book called Summer's End, which I happen to have written, and I'd love to autograph it for you if you'd be interested.
My wife and I don't read much. We're the outdoor type. We play a lot of golf.
Golf? Oh, well, I have just the thing for you. It'll make you the envy of every man in the club.
Oh, what's that?
An elephant's foot golf bag.
No, I don't think so.
Elephant foot planter? No. Elephant foot wastebasket?
No.
Elephant foot humidor?
No.
Elephant foot charm bracelet?
No. Harold, shall we find the children?
They are probably with Mrs. Kenyon, right down the hall, Tudor.
This Summer's End is a wonderful book.
Oh?
You may not realize it, sir, but you're talking to Liza Hammond, the author of the book.
Why, that's amazing. Imagine reading you in person. It was so interesting, I just couldn't put it down.
Well, Miss Hammond would be happy to autograph the book for you personally.
And that'll be just $3.
Well, like I said, I couldn't put it down. I finished it. Thanks.
Birdcage, possibly?
Oh, now, Liza, this is no time to be downhearted.
No, you've just begun to fight for your kids.
Do you think Mrs. Kenyon would grant me visiting privileges? Don't close the door, Mother. Mr. Turner will be bringing it right up.
Well, where are we going to hang it?
Over the fireplace.
Maybe the girls would like it in their room.
Here we are. Where do you want it?
Oh, right over here, Mr. Turner.
Here we are. Steady, Sam. You know, Sam and I have become old friends. This is the 5th year in a row I've carried him to a new home.
Well, I wouldn't want to break up a beautiful friendship, so you'll be seeing him again next year. Where's George?
Oh, he'll be right in. He's bringing it with him.
Oh.
Where you have it.
On the fireplace.
Maybe you can get another one and have elephant foot bookends.
Miss Hammond, I've never seen anything braver than you buying both a moose head and an elephant's foot.
Well, you can never tell when you're going to need a moose head.
Or an elephant's foot.
No, all we need is a middle. We have a whole animal.
Anyway, I nearly won the plaque.
Hey, Mom! Mrs. Kenyon won the plaque!
Yes, I heard the glad tidings. Later on, we're going to crack out with some punch and confetti and celebrate Mrs. Kenyon Day.
We won't be here. Mrs. Kenyon and Joyce are waiting out front. Is it okay if we spend the night there?
Oh, sure. Just drop me a postcard now and then. And have your pictures taken. I'd like to keep up with how you look.
We're going to help Mrs. Kenyon decide where to hang the plaque. Did you know she set a new record for raising money?
Huh?
She did it mostly by selling mystery packages. Just boxes without labels. No one knew whether they were buying pure gold or old owl feathers. That's what Mrs. Kenyon said.
Well, who'd ever have thought of a thing like that? Well, run along, girls.
First, we have to get our PJs.
Just a minute, girls. I think there's something you should know. The idea of the mystery package was your mother's.
It was. Why didn't you have any on sale?
Well, I didn't...
I'll tell you why. Because Mrs. Kenyon wouldn't let her. She told her to stick to the old methods.
She did?
Good night, Miss Hammond.
Good night, Mr. Turner. And thank you for everything.
Oh, don't thank me. I thank you. I'll always treasure that copy of Hemingway.
What copy of Hemingway?
The one he autographed to your mother. I bought it at the sale. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Mr. Turner. Well, girls, you better hurry. Mrs. Kenyon's waiting.
I don't think I want to go. Neither do I. Jenny, go down and tell Joyce we'll see her at school tomorrow. You go tell her.
I'm going. I'll tell her. Good night, Liza. And welcome home. Good night, girls.
Well, now, I like these family reunions. We ought to get together like this more often.
And now a word from our alternate sponsor, Scholten.
Old Spice means quality, said the captain to the bosun. So ask for the package with the ship that sails the ocean. Yo-ho, yo-ho.
Here's a fellow who looks and feels like the top of the morning. That's because he's starting his day the Old Spice way. Old Spice Aftershave Lotion. The happiest ending a shave ever had. And it's good for your skin. Makes your face wake up. Tingles it to a clean, fresh feeling. Fresh as the spray of the surf. And you'll really like that good, tangy Old Spice scent. Bright and bracing as an ocean breeze. Now, what does all this luxury cost? Just $1. And never did a dollar bring you so much. So add spice to your life. Get Old Spice Aftershave Lotion by Scholten. Just one of many famous Old Spice grooming aids for men. That's Old Spice Aftershave Lotion from the laboratories of Scholten.
Mother, were you just in here?
No. Why?
I had the funniest feeling.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Martin.
Mrs. Kenyon. Come in.
Thank you.
Hello, Mrs. Kenyon.
Hello, Miss Hammond. Well, I'll go and see if there isn't something I can go and see about. Well, I don't know quite how to say this. I know how you must feel about me. Well, I'm so embarrassed, but I've just got to make a request.
Well, if you want one of the twins, my answer is no. I can't break the set.
Well, you see, sometimes one gives something to the white elephant sale that isn't really a white elephant. Well, my husband, Mr. Kenyon, Fred, that is, you know...
That's not your husband's head.
No, it isn't at all. That's his foot, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You have any trouble getting him socks?
You see, it's been in his den for years, and I didn't think he wanted it anymore, but he does.
Oh, I know. It's a left hind foot, and he wants to carry it for luck.
No, you see, Harry's a practical joker, and he just loves to make elephants' footprints in our friends' gardens. And it just drives people crazy.
I should think so. Well, with my compliments.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I feel I ought to pay you.
I feel I ought to pay you for taking it out of here.
Well, as you can see, life hasn't been easy.
Good night, Mrs. Kenyon.
Good night.
Oh, of course. I've had the feeling all evening that someone was staring at me.
The Eve Arden Show was brought to you by Dove, the amazing beauty discovery that creams your skin while you wash. Next week's sponsor will be Shulton, makers of Old Spice and other fine toiletries.